Apologies for the technical difficulties there. It's a leadoff hit by pitch to Molly Mitchell to start off this ball game, as it's and a ball to Davila. Throw back to first. Mitchell isn't safe. The starting pitcher once again is Allison Wisniewski, facing off against the River Mocs order. That is Molly Mitchell, Hannah Davila, Delaney Glover, Jillian Gutierrez, Kyla Stroud, Sammy Zelenka, Summer Castori, Bailey Davis, Lana Velasquez, and Bella Brown. That one is outside. It's ball 3 to Davila, the starting shortstop for the River Mocs. Wisniewski making her 7th appearance this season in the Circle. Right-hander out of Tiffin University in North Central Ohio. The walks have been the problem for her at times this season. That is now the 16th walked batter of her summer. So Mitchell to second, Davila safe at first, as that brings up Delaney Glover, the extra hitter. Glover takes high and outside. The Circus with the second longest winning streak in the FGCL entering this game. After starting the season 0-6, Coach Claire Ginder was wondering when they could get a win. She thought the team was better than the record showed, and now they're 4-6. And that pitch is on the outer edge. Strike 1 to Glover. Two one on its way. This ball blasted high above the infield on the first base line. Carter loses it. Let's hit the defense for the Circus. The outfield left to right, Kinsley Peak, Natalie Donaldson, and Sienna Smith. Third base, J.C. Hamilton. Shortstop, Brooke Smith. Second base, Britt Davis. First base, Ella Carter. Catching is Ashlyn Bunn. It's the 2-2 pitch on its way from Allison Wisniewski. This ball catapulted high to right center, and that ball is gone. 3-run blast off the bat of Delaney Glover. 3-0 lead for the Mocs with no outs in the top of the first. Those free passes come back to bite the Circus starter rather quickly. Three-run home run by Glover. So now it's the cleanup hitter Jillian Gutierrez to follow. Center fielder bats one foul. Fifth home run of the summer for the River Mocs, first off the bat of Glover, as that is outside. And a 1-1 count to Gutierrez. Gutierrez started her college career at Southeastern Louisiana. Limited action, transferred to University of the Incarnate Word. She's back in the portal again. 2-1. Gutierrez cracks it through the 5-6 hole base hit. The first 4 have gotten on safely for the River Mocs. And it is now Kyla Stroud, the Georgia Tech commit, after 3 years at Auburn. Stroud fouls one. Stroud came up big yesterday in the team's run rule win over the DeSoto Queens. Had a pinch hit appearance in the bottom of the 5th. Team was leading it. And then she hit a grand slam to make it a run rule win. Over the left field wall. Big time swing ended the game. They were down 8, or they were up 8-2, and then that finished the ball game with that big swing. She possesses a lot of power. 2-1 her way. This time she rolls it softly to third, throwing a line to second. They get the force out there as Stroud on with a fielder's choice. Circus finally get that elusive first out of the ball game. Gutierrez gone at second, 5-6. As that brings up Sammy Zelenka, the first baseman from Florida International. It's ball 2 her way. Zelenka hit .287 as a freshman in 42 games, 33 starts. Smaller sample size in year 2. 25 appearance, 20 as a starter for the Panthers. Hit 200 last year. 2-0. This ball lifted high towards the Circus dugout where it leaves the park. It's 2-1 for her. She is from Miami, plays for her hometown team of FIU. As that ball skips in the dirt, Stroud advances. And it's another runner in scoring position for the River Mocs. And also ball 3. Zelenka hits that to short. Smith gloves. Good stretch by the first baseman, but the runner, Stroud, over to third on the ground out. It was high up in the zone. Zelenka rolled it over to short. Stroud 60 feet away as Summer Castori, rising freshman committed to Georgia Tech, is up. And the first pitch to her, tails outside. Castori goes around. It's strike 1. Castori belts it to left, but it's caught by the arranging peak to end the inning. But it's a 3-run frame for the River Mocs to start the ball game. 3 runs off of 2 hits, a hit batter, a walk, no errors, 1 left on. It was the Delaney Glover 3-run blast to put Myakka City in front. Bottom of the 1st, up next. Bottom of the first, Myakka City leads it 3-0 after the 3-run home run by Delaney Glover. Bella Brown warming up in the circle for Myakka City, facing the Sarasota order that begins with Kinsley Peak in left. Hitting second, Natalie Donaldson in center. Batting third, Ella Carter at first. Cleanup duties belong to Gabby Castillo, the extra hitter in the 5 spot. Britt Davis at second. In the 6 hole, J.C. Hamilton plays third. Batting 7th, Allison Wisniewski, the starting pitcher. In the 8 hole, Cena Smith in right. Batting 9th, Ashlyn Bunn, the catcher. And with the Circus batting 10, rounding out the order, it's Brooke Smith, the team's shortstop. Bella Brown out of Southeastern at the NAIA level, making her 5th appearance of the summer. As the leadoff batter, Kinsley Peak, comes up. Peak watches a pitch go high. Kinsley out of Towson University in Maryland. Next pitch. This ball sent high down the left field line, and that drops fair in the corner. Peak to second base with a leadoff stand-up double. Now it's Natalie Donaldson, the center fielder, as Bella Brown in her 8 1/3 innings pitched entering this game, an 0-1 record, 9.24 ERA. That's 11 earned runs off 15 hits, 8 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So trying to improve some of the control from her previous outings. Now up is Natalie Donaldson, freshman out of Georgia. Handful of Bulldogs in this game on some on either end. Runner at second following the leadoff 2-bagger. Brown comes home. Ooh. And that one hits her, and we've had both starting pitchers hit a batter on the head. Obviously not pleasant. And that brings Ella Carter, the first baseman, up. Carter in the portal after time between Indiana and Miami. She rolls that through the 5-6 hole, base hit. Peak wraps around, she will score. The other two just go 60 feet. As the Circus on the scoreboard, thanks to the Carter RBI single. Carter has not publicly announced her next stop, has 1, maybe 2 years left in the college ranks. Always unclear these days. As Gabby Castillo, the extra hitter, and the cleanup bat is up. She takes ball 1. Ball bunted foul. Castillo out of Oklahoma State, where she hit .313 as a freshman. 10 for 32 at the dish. And she watches strike 2 that time. 1-2 on its way. Chopping ball. Misplayed by Stroud. It was a difficult pick. She can't control, and the bases are loaded. It's rolled an infield single. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. And Chloe Evans will turn to the bullpen. Bella Brown does not record an out in this one. We'll step aside for the pitching change. Bases are juiced. The Circus. Bottom of the first, bases loaded. The new pitcher, Delaney Glover, facing Britt Davis. She misses outside with the fastball. So Bella Brown, the starting pitcher for Myakka City, fails to get an out in this inning. So Kinsley Peak leadoff double, then Brown hit Natalie Donaldson, allowed 2 singles that have now loaded the bases. Peak scored, by the way, on the Carter single. As of right now, the River Mocs still with the lead thanks to the 3-run home run by, well, the new pitcher. But she gets chased there. Glover making her 7th appearance in the circle this summer. 2-1 to Davis. Line foul. Through 19 innings, Glover has a 3-0 record. Has allowed 6 runs, just 5 earned. An impressive 1.84 ERA. 21 hits, 5 walks to 21 strikeouts. Good ratio there. And that one just enough to foul it off. Glover from Binghamton, the America East Conference. Most prominent public schools in New York. As that is down for ball 3. Glover had a 6.70 ERA, 3-7 record in 19 appearances, 12 starts, and 52 1/3 innings this past season. This ball is grounded to the second baseman, Castori. Davila with the force at second, and she throws it into the fence. And that scores some runs for the Circus. So Castillo is out at second, but Carter and Donaldson come in, and this game is tied. Safe at first is Davis on the E6 as Hamilton takes a hack. Strike 1. Davila, who's made some good plays in the field this summer, just threw that off the target. As that ball, hard hit foul on the ground. Going to Hamilton. That's outside. So one of those runs, the Donaldson one, was enough to credit Davis with an RBI. As there's a swing and a miss. Here's Allison Wisniewski, the Circus starter. Takes outside. Wisniewski, soft hit ground ball to Davila at short, throws on a line, that time on the mark to retire the side, but the Circus tie it up with 3 runs in the bottom of the first thanks to 3 hits and an error. They leave another runner on as we go to the second inning. Tie ball game. In the top of the second, both teams scored 3 in the first. Allison Wisniewski trying to settle in after she got some support by her offense. She's facing 8, 9, 10 for the River Mocs, starting with Bailey Davis out of McNeese. Davis appeared in just 6 games this year with the Cowgirls. Had just 3 at-bats. It's ball 2. Good year for McNeese. Went 40 and 22. 18 and 9 in the Southland Conference. Went 3-0 in the conference tournament. As that ball is popped to the shortstop. Correction. Went 2-1 in the conference tournament. Got sent out to the College Station Regional, where they lost to the Big 12 tournament champs, Arizona State, and later to UConn. As there's a foul ball off the bat of Alana Velasquez. Another portal player in the FGCL. After time at Northern Illinois, Wisniewski lost control of that one. Velasquez from Broward County, Florida, attended Pembroke Pines Charter High School. As she swats that foul into the tree of the parking lot, and she's down 1-2. Velasquez only 22 games over her 3 years with the NIU Huskies. And a full count to the veteran catcher. Also seen Velasquez play a lot of third base this summer. And she takes ball 4. Second walked batter by Wisniewski. It's of the 1-out variety, and that brings Bella Brown up for the first time. Final batter in this Chloe Evans constructed order. Brown got the starting nod, but got pulled very quickly. And she takes strike 1, the first pitch she sees at the plate. Brown lays a bunt down, but it rolls foul. She's down in the count 0-2 as Bella's final pitching line. She went and recorded no outs, allowed 3 hits that scored 3 runs, only 2 of which were earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Hit one of the 4 that she faced. 0-2. And Brown cracks it high to shallow left. In comes Kinsley Peak. And it's the second out of the top of the second. So with Velasquez at first base, Molly Mitchell returns to the dish. She was hit by the pitch and came around to score in the first off the Delaney Glover home run. And Mitchell admires a strike that time. Wisniewski from Lithia, Florida, just outside of Tampa, attended Newsom High. And that one's high and inside, escapes the custody of the catcher Bunn, and Velasquez is on at second. Wild pitch moves Velasquez over. Georgia utility player from Austin, Texas. She lifts this high to left center. The center fielder on the run. Donaldson tracks it down to end the inning. No runs for the Mocs in the top of the second. No hits, no errors committed by the Circus. They leave one on off a walk and wild pitch as we go to the bottom of the second. Still tied at 3. Bottom of the second between Myakka City and Sarasota. 8, 9, 10 due up for the Circus, beginning with Cena Smith, followed by Ashlyn Bunn and Brooke Smith. Delaney Glover in for her first full inning of relief. Well, first start to finish inning after she did record all 3 outs in the bottom of the first, but now she has a fresh slate as she faces Smith. The first pitch flashes high and outside. Cena Smith out of Ohio University. The Bobcats of the Mid-American Conference. For a gritty, hard-nosed conference in every single sport. Gotta love Maction. It's ball 3 to her. Hit .265 this past season. As she lifts it to straightaway center. And Gutierrez barely has to adjust. She makes the catch. And that brings up Ashlyn Bunn, the Sarasota catcher. Bunn just 3 at-bats this last season with Winthrop. After making 25 starts the prior year as a starter, or as a freshman. Charlotte native. There's a swing and a miss. That ball's foul. Glover also a North Carolina native from Hurdle Mills. 1-2. It evens the count up. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glover pulls the string for second strikeout. And the second out of the bottom of the second as Brooke Smith, the shortstop, is up. First pitch low and in, ball 1. You're wondering, Hurdle Mills in Person County, North Carolina, just a little bit north of Durham, not too far south of the Virginia line. It's ball 2 to the Circus shortstop. Another Georgia Bulldog. She watches a strike. A lot of Tony Baldwin's players playing in the Florida Gulf Coast League this summer. Smith was 7 for 21 offensively this season. That ball mashed hard foul. It's now a full count to the 10-hole hitter, Smith. Glover has been a calming presence in the circle for the River Mocs. Payoff. Past the second baseman, Castori, and the first base runner that Glover has allowed after retiring the first 5 she had faced. It's Brooke Smith escaping the infield with the 4th hit of the game for Sarasota. And that brings up Kinsley Peak, who started the hit party with a leadoff double in the first. Peak lets a pitch run low. Peak started her career at Winthrop. Last year was her first season with Towson. It's 2 balls, no strikes to the Eagle turned Tiger. Glover rifles in a strike. Both teams scored 3 runs in the first inning. As Peak watches a strike on the similar part of the zone. Glover gets the swing and a miss, and it's her 3rd strikeout. Circus scoreless in the bottom of the 2nd despite a 2-out base hit off the bat of Brooke Smith. She is left stranded. We're through 2 innings, even at 3. Top of the 3rd, Hannah Davila leads things off, facing a new arm, Presley Downing. As this ball, well tagged to left center, rolls to the wall, base hit. Davila turning 2 as a slow throw back to the cutoff man, and Davila with a double. She's on safe for the 2nd time in that many plate appearances. Had a walk and a run in the first. And it brings up Glover, who hit that 3-run bomb in the first. Final pitching line for Allison Wisniewski went 2 frames with 2 hits, allowed 3 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out none. Glover flies this back and out. It's the new pitcher, Presley Downing, making her 4th appearance of the summer. So far, 14 innings pitched. 2-0 record, 1.5 ERA, just 3 earned runs. Came in off 9 hits, 4 walks, 15 strikeouts. Well, 10 hits after the double. As this ball floated to the shortstop, easy play for Brooksmith. And so Glover retired that time. And it takes Jillian Gutierrez up, the center fielder. She singled in the first. Downing comes home. This ball on the ground to Smith. Bad throw off the bag at third base, and now Davila will score. And all the way to second goes Gutierrez. River Mocs take the lead. Tried to get the lead runner out. And that brings Kyla Stroud up. Got on with the fielder's choice last time. And the pitch is a strike to her, so it's a fielder's choice for Gutierrez and a throwing error by the shortstop. Scores Davila. Two runs for her. As Stroud tags this to right center, that drops for a base hit. Gutierrez will score. It is 5-3. River Mocs, thanks to the RBI knock by Kyla Stroud. So Myakka City gets after the new pitcher, Presley Downing, rather quickly. Downing had a good sample size her freshman season at Oklahoma State. As it is strike one to Sammy Zelenka. 5.10 ERA, 4-1 record across 18 appearances, 11 of which were starts, 35 and 2/3 innings. Walked 8, struck out 19. Listed off the stats in the summer, she's been good here too. But as had a rocky outing so far in this third. Zelenka grounded to the shortstop in this first inning for only time up. And that one is high, gets out of the catcher's glove, and Stroud easily advances to second. Mocs with another runner in scoring position. It's Kyla Stroud, the now Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. 2-1 to the dish. Zelenka flies this to shallow right center. Catch made coming in was Sienna Smith. It is the second out at the top of the third inning. Zelenka now 0 for 2. That brings up Summer Castori. Made good contact in the first, but lined out to left. Trying to bring in her soon-to-be teammate, or college teammate. So that one's fouled off. Teammates this summer, of course. Two outs in the top of the third. Stroud at second. 2 runs have scored already. 0-1-2 Castori. 1-1 from Downing. That misses. Oklahoma State last season, 5th in the Big 12 in team ERA at 3.44. Three balls, one strike to the 7-hole hitter, Summercast Story, the rising freshman. And that one is foul. And it's a full count to Summer. Downing's payoff. Castori waves and whiffs. Final out of the top of the third, but 2 runs score for the Mocs thanks to 2 hits, 1 error. They leave another on. We're through 2.5. It's 5-3. River Mocs. Bottom of the third, River Mocs back in front thanks to a 2-run top half. One of those runs was unearned, as the Sarasota Circus will now send 2-3-4 up. Natalie Donaldson, the leadoff batter, against Delaney Glover. Donaldson was hit by the pitch on her helmet in the first. Came around to score on a Britt Davis fielder's choice. As this ball lofted to left, catch made by Davis. Delaney Glover's been pretty reliable since entering from a Binghamton program that had a good year. Tough time through the non-con, so their record reads 20-27, but against America East opponents went 15-5. Won the conference tournament. Got shipped off to Norman, Oklahoma, where they lost to Oklahoma and then to Michigan. As that ball is fouled away. Bearcats, a good program under Coach Jess Bump. Former Binghamton standout player herself. 1-1, rather. That becomes strike 2. To Ella Carter, she singled to bring home a run. She was brought in on an error in the first. Carter grounds it up the middle. Base hit. She's 2 for 2. Second hit allowed by the pitcher Glover as Gabby Castillo, the extra hitter, she singled off of the previous pitcher, Bella Brown, in the first. Carter takes off. It's into the pitcher's glove, and at first, the runner is safe. Fielder's choice for Gabby Castillo. It was a fast jump for Ella Carter, but the pitcher turned, threw it to Davila. So the lead runner is retired. Castillo is safe at first base after the second out of the bottom of the third. Speaking of fielder's choices, Davis had fielder's choice with an RBI in the first. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Davis in the portal after 2 years at Lenore Rhine Division II program in the state of North Carolina. Teammate Madison Prim, also from the Lenore Rhine Bears, both entered the portal. Prim after all-conference season, great year. Whereas Davis limited playing time, so opposite ends of the spectrum. Davis had just 4 at-bats this spring. 1-2 to the plate. High in the zone, rolled over to Stroud. Overhead throw off the bag, but an adjustment by Zelenka, who applies the tag. Inning over. Another hit for the Circus, but Delaney Glover holds strong. No runs, no errors. There is the runner left on as we are through 3. Mocs by 2. Top of the 4th inning between the River Mocs and the Circus. Still Presley Downing in the circle. First pitch on its way to Bailey Davis. Takes a hop, skipping the dirt. Ball 1. Bailey Davis, two-way player out of McNeese. As that ball bounces past the glove of the first baseman, Carter, and the runner collides with the first baseman a little bit. She gets over to second. So it's a double. They don't call any sort of obstruction or the right call there, but it's a leadoff two-bagger for Bailey Davis. I mean, could have been playable by Ella Carter, but she was bending over. It would have been a very impressive play. So that brings up Alana Velasquez, the catcher, hitting ninth. And she takes ball one low. And Velasquez takes strike one. Another ball in the dirt out of the arm of Presley Downing. Velasquez puts this high to the left center. Catch made by the shortstop. So here is Bella Brown for the second time. She flew out to left. First pitch is a ball to the young Brown. From Southeastern in Lakeland, Florida. Team coming off their best year ever. Won 51 games, 22-2 in conference play. Rightfully so, had high expectations. And just short of the greatest achievement of a national championship. They were the NAIA softball runner-up, but still a very historical season. Furthest the program's ever gone, first 50-win season. And Bella Brown and a couple other members of the Fire spending their summer in the Florida Gulf Coast League. Fia Zelenka, her teammate, both this summer and at Southeastern. She will pitch later, or I don't know about pitch, but play later in this game for the River Mocs. Rayleigh McKinney, her and Zelenka both NAIA All-Americans. Rayleigh plays for the DeSoto Queens. As that one squirms away and the runner advances after ball three. And whereas McKinney and Zelenka, they're upperclassmen, proven a lot. Bella Brown had limited action her freshman season, so hoping to develop into a contributor for next year, and this is a good place to do so. Lots of room for mistakes and lots of room for improvements and opportunities to make some, but that time it's caught by the third baseman. Just couldn't get it over. A good at-bat there for Bella.
Are you sure about that?
As that brings up Molly Mitchell, the right fielder. Pitches outside. Molly Mitchell from Austin, Texas, but chose to be a Bulldog. not a Longhorn. Pro Uga, not Bevo. I was reading earlier this week that in Texas they ate the first Bevo. Now that was like 100 years ago, so not too recent, but when Bevo the first time was done, they ate him at a big Texas-style barbecue. Don't do that anymore, but Texas barbecue is still good. 1-1. As Mitchell rolls it to right, that scores a run. So Mitchell on base for the second time. She had the hit by a pitch off her helmet. Scary one in the first. She came around to score that time. 6-3 our score. Davila takes just on the outside part. Davila swings at that pitch that was in the kitchen. Strike 2. Davila fights a pitch off and fouls it away. Davila wants a Georgia Bulldog. Played there 2024, 2025. It's 9 for 31 in the limited action that she had on the field, but couldn't quite crack the rotation. As she rolls that sharply to third base. Pick by Hamilton over to Carter, ends the inning. Davila then transferred to North Florida, where she had a great season this past year, now in the portal again. And that ends the inning, though. It's a leadoff double for Bailey Davis. She's brought in by a Molly Mitchell single. It's another run for the Mocs, and they're in front 6-3 as we're halfway through this one. Bottom of the 5th inning. Let's do that again. Bottom of the 4th inning between the River Mocs and the Circus. 6-3 our score. Mocs added another run to their total in the top half. Delaney Glover returns to the circle, facing off against 6-7-8. It's J.C. Hamilton. Leadoff batter watches ball one. And this ball is sent high in the sky to the shortstop, Davila. She settles underneath, and Hamilton is 0 for 2. So now it is the 7-hole hitter was Allison Wisniewski, the starting pitcher, who grounded to short, but this brings up Presley Downing, who has relieved Wisniewski, making her first plate appearance. And she launches that high to left. That does carry, and it is over the wall. Home run for Presley Downing. A ball that just carried over the fence. And the lead is down to 4. To 2, rather. So both relief pitchers, have gone yard in this one. Sienna Smith, the right fielder, is up. In a 2-run game between the River Mocs and the Circus. We're a bit past the halfway mark of the Florida Gulf Coast League season. If it started today, the Myakka City River Mocs would receive the double bye, as they are currently a top 4 seed. Entered today as the 4th seed. Whereas the Circus, with these last 4 games that have ended in wins, they have gotten into the single bye territory. As that ball grounded to Stroud. Oh, what a move. And she gets it down to first base. Clipped it with her glove. And it's 2 outs. Stroud is a fun player to watch. Georgia Tech is getting a good player. And Ashlyn Bunn to the dish. For the Circus, if the tournament started today, they would be the 8th seed, face the Loggerheads, who are 9th. Loggerheads are a polarizing team. They hit very well. Just pitching has been the issue. One-two on its way to Bunn, who struck out. And that happens again. She's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And the 4th inning is over, but a responsive swing by the Circus pitcher, Presley Downing. A solo bomb over to the left field wall. And we're through 4, 2-run ball game. Top of the fifth, Myakka City leads it 6-4. Delaney Glover leads it off. She hit that bomb in the first. Two 0. Swing. A miss. Ball 4. Glover gets on with a walk. Here's Gutierrez, who singled, then reached on a fielder's choice and scored. One 0. Strike called. That ball is skied foul. Two and two the count. Gutierrez started in center, has since moved over to right. Bunch of changes on both ends this inning, as is common in the fifth. Glover didn't advance. She thought it was ball 4. She thought she would advance in the force over. But alas, is not the case. Presley Downing in her third inning. Soft contact. Downing gloves, gets it to first. She is safe with the infield single. And that means Gutierrez is first batter for the Mocs with multiple hits in this one. She's now 2 for 3. And that brings up Kyla Stroud, the corner infielder, has moved from third to first. She's 1 for 2 today with an RBI single in the third inning. Oh, and she chases. She's going to be good for Georgia Tech, a team that has made it to the NCAA tournament these last 2 years. Lost last season at Florida in the Gainesville Regional. And she wants time real quick. I don't know, big news, but considerable news. Fashion news for Georgia Tech. Next season, or in about 4 days, July 1st, Georgia Tech will switch over from Adidas to Under Armour for their apparel. And they're changing their colors a little bit. They're tweaking their gold. It's going from a little greenish to more metallic. And their blue is getting slightly darker. O2 to the batter. Will now be wearing Adidas or Under Armour. Some minor branding tweaks for the Yellow Jackets. And that one is high. Didn't know last season the Yellow Jackets had this very nice peach uniform. A nod to Georgia Peaches, of course. Strad strikes out. Throw back to first. Runner is in. I was a fan of the peach uniform, so we'll see if those are back with the apparel change. As Kenzie Pylon makes a pinch hit appearance. Coming in for Sammy Zelenka, the starting first baseman in the 6 hole, who went 0 for 2. Pylon will play shortstop, the now Baylor Bear. And there's a strike to the former Cal Baptist Lancer. What a season she had in the Western Athletic Conference. All-league first team as a freshman. And after that season, hit the portal thinking, this body of work that I've put out there is that of a Power 4 player. And coaches in the portal agreed. Got a lot of interest. It's now going over to the Big 12 with Baylor. Two-strike pitch her way. And she's down on strikes. Well, good job so far for Presley Downing settling in. Walked the first batter of the inning, allowed a hit to follow. Back-to-back punch-outs brings up another pinch hitter. It's Fia Zelenka. After Summer Castori went 0 for 2 with the K in the 7 hole. Fia fouls the pitch off. Our friend Fia, also one of the player interns in the Florida Gulf Coast League. There's 2 of them on the River Mocs. The other, Emma Castori, who will pinch hit or come in as a defensive sub in the top of the 6th, unless they bat around to the first spot in the order. Fia's down 0-2. And Emma was stressing. She was scoring the previous game, the close game between the Sea Cows and the Snowbirds. Cows won it. Snapped a long losing streak. And initially she was starting in the batting order, and Emma was thinking, oh my goodness, I have to put my softball pants on, get the proper footwear on. But Castori's coming off the bench, as did Zelenka, and she just struck out. So, good inning for Presley Downing. Strikes at the side after the walk and the single. 2 runners left on, and it is 6-4 through 4.5. Bottom of the fifth between Mayaka City and Sarasota. Two-run game, and Chloe Evans has made a lot of changes in the field. Changes everywhere besides the circle. The outfield left to right. Now Fia Zelenka, Jolie Matthews, Jillian Gutierrez. At third base is Hannah Davila, the shortstop. Now Kenzie Pylon at second base. Emma Castori at first. Kyla Stroud. And catching now is Kylie Jensen. Leading things off, it's a pinch hitter. Avery Noel coming in to replace the starting shortstop, Brooke Smith. She had a single in the second, just a 1-for-1. She did her job, and so Noel comes up in a two-run game in the bottom of the fifth inning. Out of Liberty, one of the best teams in Conference USA. And she watches a first pitch strike. The Mocs scored 3 in the top of the first, but the Circus responded with their own 3 spot in the home half of that inning. Mayaka City then added 2 runs in the third to take the lead that they've had since. Scored another in the fourth, but a Circus home run solo shot by Presley Downing kept it a 2-run game as that ball pulled foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Liberty freshman. One of the best high school recruits in the class of 2025 from the state of West Virginia. And she has a 2-2 count at the plate. This ball lofted to shallow left. In comes Zelenka. No, that's Bella Brown. We've been tricked. So Brown moves from the DP to the left fielder. Kinsley Peak takes a hack. 1 ball, 1 strike to her. She had that leadoff double in the bottom of the first. Came around to score on the Ella Carter base hit. She struck out her second time up in the second, so it's been a while since we've seen her. And she takes ball 2. Delaney Glover has been very good in the circle since coming in the bottom of the first with multiple runners on and no outs. To allow some of those runs that were accredited to Bella Brown to come in, but on her own accord, she has only allowed the 1 run off the solo shot by the opposing pitcher in the 4th inning. Has struck out 4 batters, yet to walk 1 either. And there's another strikeout. Peak, her 2nd K. Mayaka City has been one of the better pitching teams in the Florida Gulf Coast League this summer. The Bradenton Slice have just ridiculous numbers. 2.84 team ERA, but trailing them second in the league are the Mocs. 3-2-3 coming into this game.
This is my alter ego. I need the Mocs win. This is my alter ego.
Natalie Donaldson up in the count 2-0. And that one is low. It's a 3-0 count. Donaldson was hit by the pitch and scored in the first. Had a fly out to left in the third. And a get me over strike. Given out by Glover. Free one. And well, I jinxed it there. There's the walk. First walked batter with Glover and Bella Brown. He did not walk any Circus players. It's Mia Richards up. Pinch hitting for Ella Carter, who went 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in and 1 scored. Big swing that time. Richards, a commit for University of Texas at El Paso. After redshirting this past season with the national runner-up, Texas Tech. So 4 years of eligibility at UTEP. 1-2 pitch. This one grounded past the shortstop, base hit, and 2 are on with 2 outs. So a pinch hit, base hit for Richards, as Donaldson at second and Richards at first with a single. That brings up Gabby Castillo. Started as the EH, has moved behind the dish to catch. She singled in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. She fires a strike there. Perhaps you start to wonder now how far Delaney Glover will go. If she gets through this, that will be a full 5 innings. We have Fia Zelenka, Bryn Trujillo, who could pitch. Of course, there's the option for Chloe to bring back Bella Brown and let her have an opportunity to rebound after the initial start she had. 0-2. Castillo down the left field line, curls foul. Castillo trying to get it in the corner. Richards at first is the tying run in this game. Oh, 2. It's high. Castillo, last year a freshman at Oklahoma State. She wants time for a moment. One-two pitch. And it hits her. And the bases are loaded.
I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon.
That is coming from the River Mocs dugout. Have fun with those speakers. Bases are loaded. Donaldson at third, Richards at second, Castillo at first with Britt Davis at the plate. She wanted that one. Cuts through it, strike 1. Davis, RBI fielder's choice in the first, grounded to third base in the third. Swings and misses again. Two outs. No balls, 2 strikes. A That ball fouled off. Davis, the 5-hole hitter for Claire Ginder's Sarasota Circus. Oh, 2. Another defensive hack. A walk, a single, and a hit batter as the base is full. That's high. Swing and a ball foul tipped into the glove. Strikeout for Delaney Glover. The Circus load the bases in the bottom of the 5th, but are held without a run in that one. They're left stranded off 1 hit, no error. We go to the 6th inning, 6-4 at River Mocs. Top of the 6th, KK Baez in the circle facing Jolie Matthews. It's ball 1. Matthews is pinch hitting for Bailey Davis, who went 1 for 2 with a double and a run. Baez in the portal. This is outside, ball 2. Previous pitcher Presley Downing, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned, walked 1 and struck out 4. KK, 30 arm used by Coach Claire Ginder. This ball a high chopper to short. Noel slings it over. That brings Kylie Jensen up for the first time. She's making a pinch hit appearance, coming in for Alana Velasquez, who walked and popped to short. Baez, so far this season, making her 8th appearance. Through 12 2/3 innings, has an 0-3 record and a ERA of 3.32. Has allowed 19 runs, but 6 are earned. Off 27 hits, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts, so the whip isn't pretty, but you see those 13 unearned runs and you start to think about all the errors in there that allowed innings that should have ended to continue, and that hit total to go beyond what it should have otherwise been. 0-2 to Jensen from Baez. Last year with Longwood, where she didn't play. This ball fisted past the shortstop. Base hit for Jensen. Off the handle of the bat, really. That is the 8th hit of the game for the River Mocs. First pitch is a strike to Bella Brown, the starting pitcher. At the plate, 0 for 2, a fly out to left in the second. Liner caught by the third baseman in the fourth. It was a good play that second time. Brown down on strikes. Here is Emma Castori pinch hitting for Molly Mitchell, who went 1 for 2 with a hit by a pitch and a run scored. Also brought in a run as Emma takes strike one. And as we learned from their dugout, I guess they call her Big Empanada. That's new for me. But Big Empanada is down in the count 0-2. Two-strike pitch. Castori watches it go outside and low, ball one. Castori entering her senior season at the University of Georgia. A part-time starter these last 2 years. This last season went 14 for 46. That's 304. She fouls the pitch back. Good fielder. Seen her play all around the infield this summer. Even seen her play left field a little bit. 1-2. Castori down the right field line. Catch made by Richards on the back pedal to end the inning. Castori pops out. The inning is over. No runs despite one hit by Kylie Jensen. She is left on as we're through 5.5. It's a 2-run game. Bottom of the 6th, a new pitcher for the River Mocs. Zelenka relieves Delaney Glover, who had a great performance out of the pen. Went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 6. She came in with no outs in the bottom of the 1st, so Zelenka is the third arm used today, facing J.C. Hamilton, the extra hitter. Zelenka leads the team in innings, or at least did before Glover's performance today. Making her 8th appearance. So far through 22 innings, a 2-1 record, 3.5 ERA, has allowed 11 earned runs off 22 hits, has walked 8 and struck out 19. And she burns it past her. Hamilton 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out in this one. Zelenka just awesome this past season with Southeastern. 1.26 ERA, 19-3 record, 29 appearances, 23 starts, 15 complete games, 145 innings, where she allowed just 26 earned runs, walked 29 to 164 strikeouts. Also hit .333. And she carves up J.C. Hamilton. That brings up Presley Downing. Made her first plate appearance in the bottom of the 4th and hit a home run to left field. It's ball 3 to Downing. Her home run, the only run scored against Delaney Glover. First 3 of the game, 2 of which were earned off Bella Brown, the starter. Oh, Zelenka strikes out another. Now it's Cena Smith, the right fielder, had a fly out to center in the 2nd and a ground out to 3rd in the 4th. This ball pounded straight to Castori. Zelenka comes in, strikes out 2, and a line out. Gets the 3rd out. We go to the 7th. 2-run game. Top of the 7th, KK Baez hopes to keep it a 2-score game for her offense. Hannah Davila leads things off. Davila walked and scored in the first, doubled and scored in the third, and grounded out in the fourth. As Baez fires in a first pitch strike. KK came in and pitched a good 6th inning, allowed 1 single, but struck out another. Only faced 4 batters. Did not concede a run. Davila slowly rolls this to second. Davis to Richards, 4-3. Davila's out, and she is 1 for 3, and that brings up Delaney Glover, who has had a fantastic game. Player of the game, if there is one, for the River Mocs. 3-run home run in the first, popped out to short in the third, walked in the fifth, and she pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball with 6 strikeouts, 4 hits, and just 1 walk. Glover rolls it foul. This ball slowly rolled to the shortstop. Noel to Richards. 2 away. On the other end for the Sarasota Circus, they will send Maddie Prim, Avery Noel, and Kinsley Peak up. First pitch strike to Jillian Gutierrez. The only River Mock today with multiple hits. Singles in the first and fifth innings. Ball 1. One, 2. Swing and a miss. Baez. A second scoreless inning. And it keeps it a 2-run game as the bottom of the 7th is on the other end. Circus down by a couple. Bottom of the 7th. Fia Zelenka looks to hold off the Sarasota Circus as the River Mocs lead it 6-4. Leadoff batter, Madison Prim. making her first plate appearance in the 9-hole after Ashlyn Bunn went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Avery Noel is on deck. Kinsley Peak in the hole as Zelenka fires in a first pitch strike via the 1-2-3 6th inning with 2 strikeouts. She gets chased there. Prim in the transfer portal after an elite tenure at Lenore Rhine, hit .365 across 3 seasons as a starter. Hit 45 bombs. This one's on the ground, however. Diving stop made by the shortstop pylon, but all it does is prevent it from getting into the grass. It's a leadoff single, and the tying run is at the plate in the form of the Circus shortstop. Ooh, big swing. Another hack. Noel represents the tying run. Did not hit a home run her freshman year. Only had 1 extra base hit across her 19 at-bats as she tags this high to right center, and that falls for a base hit. Not extra bases, but she gets on, and now the winning run is up. Kinsley Peak had a double and a run in the first. Has struck out twice since then. Pitch misses outside. Circus, after starting their season 0-6, have won their last 4. Nice Peak. Slices through it. They would love to make that 5 straight and get a game closer to 500, but it's a 2-run lead for the Mocs, but there are no outs in the bottom of the 7th with Prim at second, Noel at first. This ball softly tapped to the shortstop, and there's a collision. And the lead runner is out. So Peak is safe on the fielder's choice, and Prim is out. Interference there by the runner. Still first and second. As it's ball 1 to Natalie Donaldson, the center fielder. Was hit by the pitch, scored in the first, flew out in the third, and walked in the 5th. So runner's interference for Maddie Prim. So Circus less room to work with, as that's the first out. 2-0. This ball hit on the ground to the shortstop again. Pylon goes to Davila at third. And once again, the lead runner is out, and it's still first and second. It's Mia Richards. Second time to the plate. Singled in the fifth. Her and Carter combined 3 for 3 in the 3-hole. As it's a first pitch strike to her. Salenka's 0-1. Richards slowly rolls it. Foul on the third base line. And Sarasota down to its final strike. Six to 4, Mayaka City in the bottom of the seventh. 0-2. A ball grounded to third. Davila goes the long way. She could have just stepped on the base. Instead, she throws it 5-3. But that is the ball game. The River Mocs hold off the Circus behind an excellent relief appearance by Delaney Glover. She went 5 innings. She picks up the win. Presley Downing gets the loss for the Circus. And Fia Zelenka comes in and records the save. 6 to 4, the final score. The Circus, their 4-game winning streak comes to an end. They're now 4-7. The River Mocs win their 4th straight, and they're now 8-3. With that concludes our coverage of this FGCL matchup. I'm Lance Williams saying so long. One more game here on Field 1 from Palmasola.